The Sky's Chennedy Carter hip check Caitlin Clark in Saturday's loss to the Fever and then refused to answer questions post-game about the incident.
Kind of on the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
Is this physicality just part of the WNBA Clark needs to adjust to, or is she being targeted?
Well, I think that there's enough evidence to suggest that teams do get up to play Caitlin Clark and they're going to be physical with her. I don't know if it's anything that any ballyhooed rookie wouldn't face. I think it's taken on a life of its own and something to keep an eye on. She had a difficult day on Sunday. She had 3 points against New York, I believe, the day after this game against the Sky. But that's her burden, and the league is the killer schedule. The Fever play a lot of games in a short period of time. Maybe she's tired. That's kind of Caitlin Clark's issue. The bigger one in town is that I think the Sky come across to me as a very hard team to like because of the way they handled this. Chennedy Carter, she has every right to not answer the question post-game. But then when she goes on social media hours afterward and says that Caitlin Clark can only hit a three and disparages her with social media commentary, that comes across even weaker what she did post-game. If you got something to say it in front of a microphone in a professional setting when you have the opportunity. Don't hide behind your keyboard and go later and criticize a player when you were asked a direct question about what the incident that you created. So the Sky is, to me, becoming more unlikable by the day because of stuff like this. Angel Reese doing a no-show post-game, and also not a good look. So Caitlin Clark, yeah, she might be being targeted a little bit. I would want to get up to play the best player in college basketball last year, certainly. But I think that's a different issue, that sometimes this is getting lumped into the thing. What happened on Saturday was inexcusably dirty play. I don't know how it fits into the larger narrative. And I'm not sure that I'm not sure that it was intended that way, because I think that you're dealing with a player that has a history of being kind of a difficult player in Carter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess my first question is, I'm going to ask Stacey really quick. Is there a lot of physicality in the WNBA ahead earlier than this? Like, is it as physical as we're seeing?
It is.
She's just not. These aren't just. She is getting hammered. They did a montage of these. I mean, it goes back to like Bill Laimbeer, Pistons, Bulls, Pistons, Celtics. I mean, they are absolutely hammering her. Okay, and I guess that's fine. But so I'll give Carter credit for showing up. But then she says she didn't say. She said something. So tell us what you said, because we can all see it. The video is there. Your lips are moving. And guess what? The trip before, or 2 trips before, Caitlin Clark was saying something to her. So I don't know that Caitlin Clark asked, what did you say to her down at the other end of the court? I don't think she was asked that. And then shame on Angel Reese. I mean, that's just... And how about the fact we haven't really brought it up? I don't think we have anyway. After the play, during the timeout, TV timeout, I believe, she got off the bench and went right to that girl.
Didn't like that at all.
Right? She went, hugged her, high-fived her for the fact that she did what she did to Caitlin Carter. TV caught it, bad moment. But good, bad, or indifferent, I can't wait. When's the next time? When are these two teams playing again? Mm-hmm. Because now I want to see it. I DVR'd it. I watched it, and I'm going to be sure to see the next time they play because of this incident.
Is this Pistons Bulls? Is that what you're telling me?
The physicality part.
Dustin, wow. I feel you. She also went on Twitter. So just a piece of advice, stay off X/Twitter when stuff like this happens. There was a tweet, I believe, by the way, her nickname, Chennedy Carter's nickname is Hollywood. We grown as F, and y'all talking about enforcer. Man, GTFOH, get the F out of here. Hoop or shut up. So there's a lot of controversy, right? B in the back. There's a lot of controversy about why didn't anybody come to her defense? Well, I don't think anybody knows how to handle this, because this is a profoundly unprecedented time in the WNBA. You guys understand, right? The WNBA has existed for 27 years. first games took place in 97. The best example I can tell you is when I was 17, I played for the Canadian national basketball team. And I was this like incredible prospect. I was this highly coveted kid out of Ontario. I was going to go to the States on a scholarship. And I went and trained with women of the Canadian basketball team.
You were Canada's Caitlin Clark.
I was. And I'm not trying to, it's
No, but I know
different,
that.
but
It's true.
I'm running down the lane in my first practice. And one of my teammates, we joke about it now, Carla Karch, she body checked me like so hard that she knocked the pee out of my body. I'm not kidding you when I say that. Like I actually urinated from the check. It was a hockey check. Okay. It was a bulldozer of a, pass rush against a quarterback. I think some of this is happening, and you got to remember something. How do you think these women feel when Caitlin Clark walks into the league with $28 million from Nike, plus all the other millions she's getting, whether it be Gatorade or, and she's earned all that, and that's great. But some of these other players haven't earned that have won championships. So I think there is like, hey, I belong here too, and welcome. And yeah, she's going to get some shots. It's going to be up to the referees to clean this thing up.